Hello students, welcome to the first English class of the session 2021 to 22. In today's video, we shall be learning an important grammar topic, that is prepositions. You all are aware that a preposition is one of the 8 parts of speech. So without a further go, let's get started. You may just have a look at the board that preposition is made up of two words, pre and position, right? Pre means before and position means place. Okay, so in simple words, a preposition is a word that is placed before. Now, placed before what? A preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun, to show its relation with some other word or part of a sentence, right? A preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or pronoun to show its relation with some other word or part of a sentence. Now just look at these examples. He ran into the shop. Now here children, the shop is a noun and this noun is connected with other parts of the sentence using the word into. So in this sentence, into is the preposition. Same way in the next sentence you see, my slippers are under the bed. Now the bed is a noun and the word under is connecting the noun with other part of the sentence. So here under is a preposition. So in simple words you can say that prepositions are words that show relationship or connection between two nearby words, right? Or you can say a preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with some other word or part of a sentence. So I hope the definition of preposition is clear to you. Now children, an important point to note here is that all the prepositions have objects. Fine. For example, in this sentence, he ran into the shop. So here shop is the object. Okay. Here also my slippers are under the bed. So under is the preposition and the bed is the object. So all the prepositions have objects. If a word does not have an object, then it will not be a preposition. For example, I say, please come in. So here in is not a preposition because we don't have any object after in. In is an adverb here in the sentence, right? So all prepositions have objects after them, right? Now children, let us talk about types of prepositions. There are 3 types of prepositions: preposition of time, preposition of place, and preposition of movement or direction. Prepositions of time connect words with respect to time. Preposition of place connect words with respect to place, and preposition of movement connect words with respect to movement or direction. Right. Now we are going to study all these 3 types of preposition. Let us begin with prepositions of time first. Prepositions of time, first we learn at. Okay. Now at indicates point of time. Point of time like at 5 o'clock, or you can say it denotes clock time. For example, I'll see you at 9 p.m. Okay. So this at indicates fixed time or particular point of time. Then it is used to talk about festivals. For example, at Diwali, at Christmas, at Holi, etc. It also is used before meal time. For example, at lunch, at dinner, etc. Then for indicating indefinite time period, we also use at. For example, at night, at dawn, etc. Right? So these are the uses of preposition at. At is used as a preposition of time. Okay. Next preposition of time in the row is on. On is used with days, dates, and day plus any part of the day. For example, days: on Wednesday, I'll visit you on Monday, on Friday. With days, we always use preposition on. On is also used with dates. For example, we celebrate Christmas on 25th December. India got independent on 15th of August. Okay, so on is used with days, dates, and also if day and morning or evening or any part of the day is used together. For example, the guest will arrive on Sunday afternoon. So Sunday is the day and afternoon is one part of day. Fine. So this is the usage of preposition of time on. I hope it is clear to you. The next preposition of time is in. In is used with season, years, months, some parts of the day, decades, and centuries. Children, you need to keep this in mind. Okay? That where, with what, which preposition is used. Just look at the example. Flowers bloom in spring. So with any season we use in, right? I love to visit hill station in summers. So with seasons we'll use in. Then with any year, for example, I came from US in 2018, right? With months, I was born in October. Okay, with some parts of the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, etc. All right. Then also with decades. Now, what do you mean by decades? Decades is a period of 10 years. In 1990s, for example, India won the cricket match in 1990s or in 2000. Okay. Then with century, the pandemic spread or the pandemic began in 21st century, right? So these are the uses of preposition of time in. Fine. I hope it is very much clear to each one of you. We have already discussed this in detail in the live classes, right? Moving ahead with next preposition of time, that is within. Within talks about the time before the end of given time. Okay, for example, I say, I will finish the work within 2 hours. It means before 2 hours end, I will complete the work. Before the end of 2 hours, right? Then, what is the difference between within and in? Within talks about the time before the end of given time, and in talks about the time at the end of given time. For example, I will see you in 2 hours. I will see you in 2 hours. So here in shows that at the end of 2 hours I will see you. And here within shows that before the end of 2 hours or before the end of 2 hours I will complete my work. So this is the difference between within and in. I hope it is clear to you. It is also given in your workbook. Children, please go through the notes of your workbook as well, right? And moreover, I have already explained you about all the prepositions in detail in the classes already. The next prepositions of time are since and for. The difference between since and for is that since shows point of time and for shows period of time. Okay, for example, I say, I have been working since 2013. So it shows the starting time, right? 2013. Whereas if I say, I have been working for 8 years. For 8 years. So this 8 years show the period of time. It does not indicate the beginning time. Okay. So since shows point of time and for shows period of time. Some other prepositions of time are by, from, to, and until. Okay. Now, by shows the latest time. or the maximum time. Okay, for example, I say, I will finish reading the novels by this month. It means maximum time is by the end of this month. Okay, before that only I'll finish it. Maybe I finish it by 20th or by 25th or by 28th, but I'll do it by this month. It means the end of this month is the latest time or the maximum time. Then from and to. From and to are generally used together. These prepositions are used together. From shows the beginning time and to shows the end of time, the ending time. For example, I say the school functions from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So from 8 a.m. means 8 a.m. is the beginning time to 12 p.m. to 12 p.m. is the ending time. Then comes the preposition until or till. Both mean the same thing. They are used to indicate some point of time. It means up to some point of time. For example, if I say, I will wait for the result till Monday. Okay. Or I will wait until you call me up. Fine. So up to some point of time, till Monday or until you come. So I am talking about some point of time till or until the action will be done. Right. So these were the prepositions of time that we have discussed. Now we'll discuss second type of preposition, that is prepositions of place or position. Right. Now many prepositions can be used as prepositions of place. For example, at, in, on, below, above, over, under, or behind, in front of, beside, right? So let us understand all these prepositions in detail. Now, when at and in, preposition at and in are used as prepositions of place in the same sentence, we use at for mentioning smaller area and in is used to talk about the large area. Fine. For example, my school is situated at Kamla Nagar in Kanpur. Okay. So Kamla Nagar is a small area and Kanpur is a large area. So we will use at with the small area and in with the large area. Fine. Same way you see at the end. Now end is small. So we have used at with the end. In the middle. Middle is longer than end. So we will use in. Fine. Now, at also suggests the neighborhood. It also indicates the idea of neighborhood. For example, sit for the lunch at the table. We don't say sit on the table. Sit at the table. Right. In is used when we talk about something that is enclosed or something that is contained. For example, the ice cubes are in the jar. Right. So this is the usage of at and in as prepositions of place. Now we'll discuss some other prepositions that can be used as prepositions of place or position. On. On is used when we talk about some surface. When one thing touches the surface of another. Right. For example, I say the label is on the jar. Okay. The label is touching the surface of the jar. So we'll use on. Right. Keep the books on the table. So the books will touch the surface of the table. So whenever one thing touches the surface of the other, we use preposition on. Right. Then between. Between is used when we refer to two people or things. And among is used when we refer to more than two people or things. For example, I say stand between your father and mother. So father and mother, two people. So you have to stand between them. Okay. But if I say distribute the sweets among your friends. So friends means more than two. So we have used among. Right. Then comes preposition behind. Behind means at the back of, right? The rabbit hid behind the bushes. Fine. In front of means ahead of. Priya sits in front of Ria. Okay. Then by. By means next to or beside or near. Right. Sit by your friend in the class. You may sit by your friend in the class. It means you can sit beside your friend or next to your friend or near your friend. All these mean the same thing. Okay. The next preposition of place in the row is over and above. Over and above both mean at a higher level. Then how will we differentiate between both of them? Over is used when we talk about something that is vertically high. Okay, and above is used when something is not vertically high but horizontally high, and you can say it covers a large area. Just look at these examples. The fan is over my head. It means the fan is vertically above. Okay, but if I say the sun rises above the hills, then it means the sun is not rising vertically above. Instead, it rises horizontally and it covers a large area. Right? So this is the difference between over and above. Then over is also used to talk about covering something. Like you may wear a jacket over your shirt. So it shows covering. Right? Since I was not well, my father put a blanket over me. Okay, so over is also used to show covering. Now just have a look at the difference between under and below. The difference is same as the difference between over and above. Under and below both mean at a low level, right? Then what is the difference? The difference is under is used when something is vertically low and below is used when something is horizontally low. For example, keep the books under the pillow. So the books will be kept at a lower position vertically. Fine. So we will use under. Then here if I say the river flows below the bridge, it means the river is not flowing vertically. It will flow horizontally, covering a large area at a low position. So we have used below. So this is the difference between under and below. So children, we are done with prepositions of place also. Now let us study the last type of preposition, that is prepositions of movement or direction. Children, we will learn prepositions of movement or direction under two categories. The first category, towards the destination, and the second category, away from the destination or back from the destination. Okay, so the prepositions like to, towards, into, for, against and at are used to show the movement towards the destination. Fine. Now, to. Preposition to is used when somebody has to go to a particular destination. Like I am going to the school. When I know the destination, then I use to. Towards. Towards show the sense of direction. I saw the principal coming towards me. So her direction of movement was towards me. Right? Into. Into shows movement in the interior of something. For example, the rabbit jumped into the well. Right? So the movement from outside to inside will be shown using the preposition into. Then for. For indicates the beginning of movement. Right? For example, I am going for a walk from the school. Right? So beginning of the movement, for. Fine. Against. Against is used to indicate the pressure or contact. Pressure applied or when two things come in contact. For example, I am leaning against the blackboard. Okay, my body is coming in contact with the board, so I'll use the preposition against. I am leaning against the wall or against the board. Then the last preposition of movement towards the direction is at. At shows the idea of hitting. I saw the children. Children throwing stones at the dog. So at shows idea of hitting. So these are the prepositions of movement towards the destination, right? Now let us talk about prepositions of movement away from the destination or back from the destination. The first preposition is from. From shows point of departure. I am leaving from school. So it shows the point of departure. Then off, OFF off, it shows separation. For example, my younger brother fell off his bicycle. So he was separated from his bicycle and fell on the ground. So we'll use OFF off. The horse rider fell off the horse. Right? In autumn season, leaves fall off the tree. So whenever we talk about separation, we use off. Fine? Then comes out of. Out of is the opposite of into. It shows the movement from inside to outside. For example, I say the cat jumped out of the box. Okay. So it means it shows the movement of the cat from inside the box to out of the box. So the cat jumped out of the box. Then children, we are done with prepositions of movement also. Now in your workbook, there are some other prepositions of movement given, like up, down. Up means the movement upwards. Jack and Jill went up the hill. You must have heard a famous rhyme. Then down is the opposite of up. She fell down the stairs and broke her foot. Then round. Round is used when we talk about the movement in circular direction. For example, the earth revolves around the sun. Fine. Then along. Along is used to show the movement in a parallel path. Okay. For example, I am walking along the river. Right. The shops were there. The shops were set up along the road. Fine. For example, this is the river. Right? I am walking along the river. It means I am walking in a parallel path, in a straight line. Right? Shops are set up along the road. This is the road and here shops are set up. So, we use along to show the movement in a parallel direction. Then across. Across is used when we talk about opposite ends. Movement from one end to the other. Suppose this is a road, or you can say this is a river. So I have to go, I am standing here and I have to go across the river. So I'll go like this from one end to the other. So across is used to show the movement from one end to other. Now there are some other uses of prepositions given in your workbook on page number 93 and 94. Please go through that. I have already explained you about them in the classes. Fine. Now apart from this, there is also a list of fixed prepositions given to you on page 95, about which we have already discussed in the class. So you need to just go through it. You don't have to understand it in much detail. You just need to read them once. Fine. So children, we are done with the topic prepositions. I hope it is clear to you. Please revise, go through the notes of the workbook, and again, it's my humble request that everybody should be punctual for your online classes. Right? Do not miss your classes, otherwise it will be difficult to understand the concepts. Right? Go through the video once again, go through the notes of the workbook once again. If any confusion, you can just clarify in the classes tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.